Such a good-looking band. Wow.
Back at you, pal.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Real good. How are you guys?
So you came in yesterday.
I did.
And did a few things.
I did.
And you have to leave today.
Almost immediately, yes.
Because you have an early day up in Vancouver.
Yes, I will be back on set at 7 a.m. 7 a.m.
And you were the last on Friday?
No, I wasn't. I got here Friday night.
Okay.
Splendid times.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, I just wanted to say while Rob's up here, did you guys see the show last night? I told them this privately, but like seeing that show and just seeing that moment on stage was really, really incredible. So I just want to thank you guys publicly.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
really fucking
Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna do the thing. Also, I'm loving the scooters. Have you guys seen them scooting around? Yeah. Woo! There.
Oh, hi. So, obviously, a lot of our cast members sing with Swain and have done covers. Oh, is it me? Were you?
Sorry. Oh. You just launched into this. You're like, I am done waiting for this guy.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Hey, Rob, really great job. You're like, hello. It's time to go.
So, obviously, a lot of our cast members do songs with Swain, and I was wondering if you could sing any song with Swain or sing one of their songs or a cover, what song would it be?
Rob, do you want to answer this?
I'd like to hear him sing Mama's Jam.
I would like to sing a Guns N' Roses song, maybe. But alas, I have no musical abilities other than pounding my hand on a tambourine last night. Which I told the people before, but like I woke up and I'm like, my hand really hurts. So I definitely bruised myself doing that last night. But I wouldn't hold out hope. I can't sing, so.
Playing the tambourine is something, so good job.
Thank you. Maybe next time I'll play the triangle. Maybe the cowbell, yeah?
Like a guitar.
You know what this song needs? You're goddamn right. Hi.
Hello. My question is, I know sometimes a lot of us get starstruck, like seeing you and seeing all the actors here, and I was wondering if there was anybody that you get starstruck by.
Like here?
Anywhere.
I was definitely nervous to meet Mark this last season, just because both of our season's arcs were kind of headed towards each other, and you know, with Jack and Lucifer. So for me, I kind of had a lot of expectations kind of riding into that situation, just because I really didn't know what to expect. So I was definitely nervous the first time we kind of got to work together. So I'd say that would be kind of a version of it, you know? Did you meet someone this weekend that you were like, I'm gonna pass out?
Misha.
It's that trench coat, it does it to me, you know? Hi.
Hi. I just want to start off by saying you broke me earlier with your nougat drawing.
Thank you. I really tried to put in some effort for you on your stick figure drawing, but apologies in advance.
So, I've seen you at least portray many different like personalities. Like on Supernatural, you play like a really sweet, innocent dude. And then in the package, you're a total douchebag.
True.
And then in Arrow, you're kind of somewhere in between.
Somewhere in between, I would go with like psychopathic for
Yeah, I mean,
anarchy, yeah.
I fell in love with the character, so I can't go.
Well, what did that say about you?
So my question
You should
is,
watch out dating. Things could go real bad for you. Yeah, he owns a flamethrower, which I'm very, very into. He's also emotionally unstable, which I like. Sorry, what's your question?
Which personality kinda is your favorite to portray?
Tough to say. Like, being a, you know, big old douchebag for a day on set is a lot of fun. You know, there's no real consequences. People can't get mad at you, which is nice. But I don't know, I really like I really like getting to be Jack because of how optimistic he is for the most part. And that's like a nice place to be when you go home. As opposed to be like, you know, lighting things on fire or like being mean to women. Jack's like, you're like, I had a pretty good day, you know? So that's like a nice space to occupy, to like be a nice, optimistic person, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks. Hi.
Hi. Okay, so my question is, at the end, you're very torn between like being good and being bad, and then Lucifer is trying to talk you more into being on his side. So who?
Is this Star Wars? I'm very confused.
So who would you personally like to be more like? Good,
Like,
bad?
in my real life?
No, like who would you like to play on the show? Someone who's better, someone who's worse?
Oh. Well, I mean, I think in general, I don't know about for you guys, but like, it always looks like the villains are having a little bit more fun, you know? So that for me, I think is like kind of appealing because there's, you know, they get to make the wrong choices and they get to kind of, you know, wild out and do whatever they want. So I think that would be a fun look for me, you know? What do you think?
For you or for me?
I mean, let's go for you, I think.
I'm a generally good person, so I want to be bad. Like the complete opposite.
I sense some rebellion coming for you. Well, good luck. Also, did the Browns win today? No? No. Who cares? Just curious, we're in Cleveland. Hi.
Hi, so yesterday when I got your autograph, you wrote that Misha doesn't pay child support, and I'm just wondering...
True story, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just wondering why that was, and why you didn't choose to pick on, like, Jared or Jensen instead.
Well, because they're not my father. I think that's the easiest answer, right? I mean, you know, Misha goes, he's super irresponsible with this woman, obviously, he has this child, and then, you know, it's just like he tries to put me on Maury, tries to put me on Gish, and you're like, look man, are you gonna pay the bills or what? You know, I've got things to do, I've got nougat to eat, I've got jackets to buy, Velcro sneakers to find, and you know what? That shit doesn't pay for itself. So Misha, if you can hear me, it's time to pay up, my friend. It is time to pay up. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. Your character.
Child support. Child
Of course, your character has his own room at the bunker, and so if Jack could personalize his rooms more, decorate it how he wanted, how do you think he would do that, or maybe what would you like it to look like?
It's pretty bare right now. I think what we've seen on Supernatural is that like the time for personalization, for doing things you like to do, is very scarce in terms of time. You don't see like Dean like painting, you know? He's not just like, oh, gotta sit down and paint today, like. So, for Jack, I mean, his like media awareness, I think, is pretty low. I think there would definitely be, from what I know about Jack, like a Star Wars related thing at least. Me personally, I would love to talk about Solo. I feel like he got a lot of, see? People don't like it. I don't understand why. So I'm gonna say Jack is gonna go full solo in this circumstance, and he's gonna get the jacket. Maybe like maybe he's got a Wookiee friend, you know. I'm gonna say that. So I think Star Wars related theme with a focus on Han Solo, with a Wookiee related bath towel, maybe robe. Oh, like one of those like bathrobe things with the hoods. Yeah, we are getting somewhere, guys. Yeah, Jack's got work to do, you know? Becoming human and then customizing his room. Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Doing just fine.
Cleveland, how are you? Thank you for sticking it out here on Sunday with me. Yes?
I just wanted to know, how different is it working on the Supernatural cast and whatnot compared to your other ones like Scream?
Well, I mean, I think Supernatural is kind of in its own little world at this point, not only because it's been on so long, but in terms of the cast and crew that we're like fortunate enough to work with on a day-to-day basis. I mean, I was just having a conversation the other day with some of the crew, and it's like we're all very lucky to be in this kind of circumstance. But Scream was interesting because we shot in New Orleans, which I love going to. So yeah, shout out New Orleans. But yeah, it was such a cool kind of, I don't want to say spooky, but the place was definitely had a real history and like weight to it. So shooting in New Orleans was very, very cool. But it's, you know, it's like comparing apples and like, you know, a show that has its own convention. It's a very different world, but obviously like both very positive experiences. Fun fact, the house that we shot at in Scream was where they shot the Beyonce video. So we'll all get information later. Yeah, thank you.
No, thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
You have the unique opportunity to kind of show somebody learning everything for the first time. So I was wondering, what kind of things do you want to portray on screen of Jack learning, like Amazon shopping or learning how to drive the Impala?
The real highlights of the human experience. Yeah. So what happens in this week's Supernatural? Well, Jack finds out about Amazon Prime and subsequently loses his mind in packages. To seriously answer your question, Amazon Prime, guys, it's lit. No, but that is the really fun thing about the character is because everything is so new, I just really relished the opportunity last year of just enjoying the little things, you know, being in the car with the boys, or like, for me, like, I spent a lot of time last year touching walls. There are whole scenes where I'm just like, what am I doing in this scene? I'm like, I don't know, I'm just gonna feel this brick wall. Or like, I'm in a jail cell, and it's like, Jack studies the brick intently. I'm like, all right, like, well, let's do it. Here we go. I've definitely stated before that, like, I think anyone getting to drive the car would be like, some sort of dream come true. I don't know about you guys. Like, if someone showed up at your house and was like, hey, do you guys want to drive the Impala today? What would you say? Be like, let's rip it. So I think that would be a huge draw for Jack. Yeah, just even the minutia of like having a beer. Like, there's these little moments in the show where just like the boys are at the end of the day, and you know, they just get to like have that moment together. And I think Jack just really enjoys those things just a little bit more, just because of how new the whole experience is. Yeah. Thank you. Hello.
Hey, my name is Blake, and what is the cat's name?
Sorry, come back. What was your question?
What is the cat's name?
You got a pretty cool leather jacket on now, don't you?
Thanks.
Good job, Mom. Dressed to kill. I'll use this as a PSA. For those who don't know or follow my cat, now's the time. So my cat's name is the Lord Tyrion. He's a fluffy, grumpy little guy who has many adventures involving peasants and fancy feast and trying to groom yourself. So if you guys would like more of that, he's on Instagram. Do you know what Instagram is?
No.
That's good. Who's your favorite on the show?
Dean.
Dean's pretty cool. If you had an opportunity to drive the Impala, would you?
No.
What? You are raising this kid right. He's saying no to drugs and danger. Just turning it down left and right. All right, thanks for your question. Did you have a fun weekend? Did you have a fun weekend?
Yes.
Okay. Thank God. Hi. Sorry to hold you up there. He was just cuter, you know? It's not your fault, it's not my fault.
So, unfortunately, you're not the only son of the devil on TV these days. Who would win? Two-part question. Who would win, Jack or Michael Langdon from American Horror Story?
Oh, I'm about to disappoint a couple of y'all. Never have seen the show. I only have so much time. I'll tell you the answer. I don't know. Did any of you guys watch the season premiere on Thursday? Someone's like, nah, man, not into the show. Don't like it. At this point, I have no powers whatsoever, so I just got knocked out in the first episode, and then punched in the face like 50 more times. So at this point, I'd say my odds of survival or meeting really anyone is like 0.
So, second part of the question is,
Okay.
Mark Pellegrino is very jealous that Jared and Jensen jump on you and have fun with you playing pranks.
Sorry, he is jealous of that?
Very much.
Oh, really? Okay.
So,
I always learn something at these panels. It's good.
who are you going to send after Mark? Are you going to send Jensen or Jared?
I mean, they're a tag team of destruction. Sending one without the other would be no fair, really. Yeah, and then it's like the tag team match of Jared and Jensen, and then there's their terrible coach is also in the corner holding my leg down, and that's Misha Collins. And I'm just like, oh God, please.
You just described something most of these girls would go crazy for.
On that note, sometimes you don't realize till afterwards what you said. And the implications of it, you know. Hi. Do you have a sexual question or nothing to do with tag teams, I hope?
So I was wondering, Lucifer has said once or twice, "Oh my dad" on the show. So will Jack ever say, "Oh my grandpa"?
Well, I would really like to meet my grandpa at some point. I think that would be, as Jack is exploring who and what he is, I think the natural progression at some point would be to meet his grandfather, right? Yeah, I think that'd be a really interesting avenue for them to explore for Jack's character, especially because, you know, really not knowing a lot about yourself and then actually being able to meet Chuck would be pretty cool. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. So I'm pretty well known for having really weird dreams. That was.
Shut up,
I love
Steph.
these starts.
I hear you laughing over there, Steph. Stop.
Hey, Mom, calm down back there. Okay?
Do you have any weird dreams, and can you share one with us?
Not that I can share. My dreams usually involve fights. I don't know how it is for women, but I feel like guys have a lot of fighting dreams. Can any guys back me up?
Oh, I have a lot of fighting dreams, so it's not just guys.
Okay, I don't want to assume. That's what I've learned in 2018, is never to assume. They always end up as like fight scenes, you know? And I usually also lose. But I had a dream where I was being chased by someone around with a pool table, and they were chasing me with a pool cue. Look, you asked for this, not me. I don't want to see this shit on YouTube later. But yeah, I have a lot of those kind of dreams. You know, not like beautiful, fantastic dreams, but clearly just weird dreams. And I've all told you.
That's great. That's what I was looking for.
All right, well. Yes, it must be due to the onset abuse. Hi.
Hello. So I've asked a couple of big stars this question, and it really just plagues me. So I just want to know: do you prefer jam, preserves, or jelly?
Jam. Right?
Yes.
As in Mama's jam. Yeah. What kind of answers are you getting?
You know, some people say preserves, which I'm like, that's odd, but okay, whatever. Jelly, I don't.
Is this like some sort of psychological thing where you say something and then it means that
No,
you have issues about
I have no. It's just I was I want to ask a question, and that's my default question.
Okay. It's gotta be jam, right? Come on.
Yeah, jam.
Hi.
Hi. First of all, I just want to say how much I love you, and
Thank you.
You're welcome. And second of all, what's your favorite Vine?
My favorite Vine?
Yes.
As in the app that no longer exists. Oh, I'm getting some strange ones today. My favorite Vine. I think it was a Vine, but it was the guy who puts his leg up and he goes, "Why you always lying?" I like that guy a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That guy?
Yeah.
What's your favorite Vine?
My favorite, I don't know if you know Josh Peck and David Dobrik. Okay.
Sorry.
Anyways, so
I'm not as young as you think I am.
there's a show called Drake and Josh.
Yes, I've heard of that.
Okay, so David and Josh go to their house because the house is getting torn down.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh was wondering, he kept asking why is this happening? And then Josh has a little sister named Megan, and they both look at each other and they say Megan. And yeah.
That reminds me of the Spider-Man meme where they're both pointing at each other.
Yeah.
And it's when you find out who's been destroying your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one. Or in the Supernatural case, it's I think someone put me and Misha pointing at each other with the Spider-Man meme.
That was good.
Fair enough. Hi.
Hi. So, would you rather be average at everything or extraordinary at 6 random things and terrible at everything else?
These are tough. This is a tough day, guys. Don't you guys want to know about the show? Or how the show's going? You know, I feel like this is just an examination of all the things I'm bad at.
Hey, were my other ones out there?
I guess the extraordinary at 6 things, you know?
I probably want to be average at everything.
All right, I mean, you do you, that's cool. I would want some very, I want to be able to fly or something awesome if I'm going to give up being average at everything else,
Okay.
I like that one.
Then I would be average at flying, is that what you just said? At stabbing, this is going great, guys. I'm gonna fly, I'm gonna stab, I'm gonna redecorate my room. Here we go.
Hi.
Can you top these questions?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
I was just wondering, it's a question about the show, so that's me. Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
This is not posed.
So
All right, let's go.
I was just wondering, do you think Jack's gonna get any friends actually his age? I feel like he's hanging out with these older guys and
It's not staged. We really
I feel like I'm getting hit from both sides today. I'm like, okay. Ooh, all right. Maybe over here. Ooh, okay. Okay.
I don't like me in it. The rest
We
of
get
them
it.
are great.
He's lonely. I don't know. I'd love to see Jack have a friend, but I think he's so particular that
That one's nice.
I don't know. It'd be tough for him to have a bestie at this point. Plus, I mean that's not gonna look good for me. When I try to go to kindergarten, be like, hey, I'm here to make friends. It's not gonna be so great, guys. No, I think that would be really nice for Jack, and just have like, I've talked about this a couple of times, but when I think about like, you know, what would be like an alternate universe for Jack, or for the show, I always imagine like if Jack had been born, you know, regular, not the son of Lucifer, not a Nephilim, you know, if he could have like I think a really fun episode would be like Jack living his life as like a normal person that never kind of met the boys and never got, you know, caught up in everything, where he has this kind of one beautiful, nice day of like just living a regular life, like getting to go to school, or like having friends, or like playing PlayStation, like just, you know, normal things.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to see like Jack have a bestie and just like hang out.
Yeah. Let's not, you know, keep our fingers crossed or anything, but we all can dream. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Hi.
Hello.
So my question is, if you could have a conversation with Jack, what do you think it would be like, and what do you think you'd talk about?
I'd have a tough time, I think. Yeah, I don't know, I'd like to like assure him that like things would be okay. That would be nice, I think, for him to hear. That hopefully he gets better at boxing Bobby. That would be also cool, instead of getting knocked out. Yeah, and I'd probably ask him, if I found out he liked Star Wars, I'd probably hit him up about Star Wars. Just to get his, you know, facts and theories, and, you know, what planet he'd like to be on, not Hoth, you know, stuff like that.
Okay.
What would you ask Jack?
I don't know. Probably like what he would do if he was a normal person for a day. Like, you know, just ask him like what he actually wants to do instead of like fighting demons and stuff like that.
Instead of getting his ass kicked in random bars.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Thanks.
Hi.
Hello.
So I hope this is going to be a question that kind of lightens your mood. If like Jack could have the opportunity, do you think he would watch Blue's Clues and some other like classic kid shows we watch?
Oh. I think if he had the opportunity, I mean, in last season he did get to watch some cartoons, which was cool, and I think that was like fascinating. But I always picture him watching, obviously because of the crossover, I picture him watching Scooby-Doo. Yeah, it was actually really funny. It was like a month ago, I was in this hotel and I was like flipping through the channels, and then what comes up but like the Scooby Natural crossover episode. So I took a photo of it because it was like the photo of Sam and Dean as their like Scooby Natural selves on the screen. Yeah, I think that would be like a real pleasant time for him. You know, just to get some time, relax. I never watched the Blue's Clues though.
Oh.
Is he like a detective of some sort?
So I agree, like, so we have Steve, which I think is like the best out of the two.
Which one?
Steve, he's the original that was like the host of Blue's Clues.
Okay.
And Steve was like, you know, this is my puppy Blue. She likes to play this game called Blue's Clues. She leaves hints. We try to figure out what
It's not like a murder mystery type situation.
No, it's very innocent, and Steve is like very...
No murder?
No. He's very...
What's Jack gonna do with that, man?
I don't know. Enjoy
No, that would be nice. That would be nice for him to have some pleasant time as opposed to the trauma. You know?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello again.
Hello. I'm Megan. What is your favorite holiday or holiday movie, not holiday movie, holiday memory, and why? And it can be like an absurd holiday, like National Left-Handed Day if you want.
Didn't know that was a holiday. Well, here's a poll I'd like. I'd really like to know if you guys think Home Alone is a Christmas movie. Okay, so I saw this poll, and like one guy was vehemently arguing that like it was not a Christmas movie, and I'm like, no, Home Alone is like the Christmas movie, right? Die Hard also, a great Christmas movie. Elf, yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. Random holiday memory. For me, probably being on a beach with my family some years back. Probably not an interesting answer for you guys. Yeah, that was probably like my favorite time, you know? Like no gifts, just like being with your family was kind of the best part.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, hello.
Hi. What's on your hat?
It says family business?
Oh, sorry, I couldn't see it. I thought it was a Philadelphia Eagles thing. And got one person coming for me out there, man.
No, definitely not the Philadelphia Eagles at all.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering how ruthless Jensen and Jared are on you on set. And have you ever had like a moment where you just broke and you just cannot stop laughing? Because I've had one of those moments.
I had a can't stop laughing moment literally on Thursday night. And we were like trying to finish the day, and Jared just kept making me laugh. He just like starts riffing, and just like, he was on camera. That's the other part that bothered me. He makes you laugh on his coverage, so it makes you seem like a jerk, when really you're just trying to get through the lines. So I'll launch into this story, but basically I'm calling it the doggy pile fiasco of 2018. Basically, in an upcoming episode, I keep falling a lot. So me falling on the ground somehow reads to the boys as an opportunity to break my ribs. So at this point, I was like, okay, like the season's going pretty good, you know. The jokes are kind of toned down a little bit, you know. No, I was completely wrong. They were storing up their energy to come for me in this episode. Yeah, so literally I'd fall to the ground, and every take, they would just rush me. So it'd be, boom, there's Jared, boom, Misha's on top now, and I'm just like underneath it all, trying to like get out of there. So we did, it happened in the rehearsal. So the rehearsal happened, and then, you know, we're not filming, we're just kind of going through the motions, and I'm like, ha, okay, that was a funny rehearsal, guys. Well, like 10 takes later, I'm like, okay, this is enough. So it just kept going. So they haven't broken my will yet. But like, one time I'm gonna come out here and gonna be like, how you doing, Cleveland? then you will see that the will is broken. For this point, I'm being resilient, you know? Until one of my rib breaks, or it's like season 20, then maybe I'll allow myself at that point.
Right, yeah, I had a situation where I'm acting and I was in full makeup I was on The Walking Dead for 2 years. And I had full makeup and I had to have blood in my mouth, but I had to sneeze, so I already had the blood in my mouth.
Oh, it's so gross, isn't it?
The lady next to me, who is like a good friend of mine, I sneezed, but I turned my head and all the blood
Oh, God.
went onto her, and she just started laughing, and then Andrew thought it was funny, and I'm over here like...
You're like, this is disgusting, guys.
Do I still have my job after this? Or should I leave now? Or
should I just show myself the door, or...
And, like, my nose was falling off, and...
Were you a zombie? Is this why?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and the makeup lady was mad at me. She's like, you're gonna be in the makeup chair for another hour.
Oh, God. I have one thing to say about that. Carl! Are you guys trying to tell me something?
We're here to play a game with you.
Oh, God.